In terms of the overall format and structure, I would recommend moving to a single column format. Single column formats are typically the most accepted structure and style of a CV/resume, and I would also typically see this for the executive level. In terms of this section here, you'll see that I've made some notes in comments, and what I would recommend is removing some of the content that I would consider vague or open to interpretation. Example would be, rather than saying my strong communication skills that consistently deliver successful sales outcomes, okay, delivering successful sales is subjective. Whereas if you grew sales 30% year over year for a Fortune 500 company operating in X plus countries, 20 plus countries, whatever that number is, that would be objective and specific. So that's an example of what I would consider vague and open to interpretation and a little bit more impactful. This section, your key achievements, I really like the key achievements here. You've got some really good metrics, and I would actually say that I'd rather you moved your key achievements up here, because all of this is open to interpretation. Saying you're an empathetic coach, that you get satisfaction from guiding individuals through change, wouldn't be as impactful as being able to say, I led a team of 5 HR professionals, and including leading one into promotion, and maintained a 90% retention rate across 3 years. That tells me more about your ability to coach and guide individuals into promotion. So that's just another example. So when it comes to the key achievements, I do like that you've given a bit of context on what type of organization you've achieved that result for. So you can say led 300 million monthly savings, at Willis Towers Watson. Or another option is you can say led 300 million in savings for a $9 billion insurance company with 40,000 employees across 140 countries. That's where I would say that sometimes generalizing the business can help broaden your appeal. If we say Willis Towers Watson, not everyone might be familiar necessarily with the size and structure of the organization, but being able to say you led $300 million in savings for $1 billion, 40,000 employees, 140 countries, you can then target similar organizations or other organizations that are of a similar size and structure and the scope of their reach. So that's just a tip. It's not a necessary thing to do, but I just want to show you that if you've worked for various organizations, you can either refer to the brand or you can generalize the business and basically pull out objective factors that you can relate your experience to. Another example is driving, if you say you drove if you drove innovative transition strategies to gain insights, okay, I would consider that a little bit maybe buzzwordy and fluff. So rather than drove innovation transition strategies to gain insights, it might be better to say something like, I surveyed over 15,000 employees on wellness, engagement, and growth, in 3 months. That would be objective as opposed to kind of maybe subjective or open to interpretation. Another final example is rather than saying foster cultural transformation, being able to say I improved net promoter scores across 2 countries covering 10,000 employees, that would be objective. So foster cultural transformation, maybe like buzzwordy, but improving NPS across X countries for X people, objective.